So the patterns of development are narration, description, exemplification, process, cause and effect, comparison and contrast, classification and division, and lastly, definition. Let's talk about classification and division. The categorizing of elements into classes or groups, or the separation of something into its separate parts, that is classification and division. So classification categorizes individual items into categories according to common characteristics. Therefore, classification generalizes. On the other hand, division specifies. Division breaks up a whole into its parts. The questions that go along with classification and division are: what are its parts or types? How can its parts or types be separated or grouped? Do its parts or types fit into a logical order? Into what categories can its parts or types be arranged? Division and classification are related methods for organizing objects or information. In division, we divide a general category of things into smaller subcategories. For example, there are 3 main problems associated with living across from a high school: noise, trash, and traffic congestion. In classification, we develop criteria for the items in a subcategory based on relationships between them. Music is organized into many subcategories such as country, rock, hip-hop, dance music, world music, classical, jazz, soundtracks, etc. We understand that Taylor Swift will be in the country music category because we know that Taylor Swift's music shares certain characteristics with other music in the group. A guitar is the main instrument, a country twang in her vocals sometimes. Themes of heartache, homesickness, country life, etc. Classification sometimes refers to a ranking system by which things or persons are evaluated. For example, a classification system is used in the military to rank officers, and hotels are ranked and classified according to quality, cleanliness, and other features. Neighborhoods are ranked by prospective homebuyers according to criteria such as schools, crime rate, noise, etc. Division and classification make it easy for individuals to locate what they're looking for, but these organizational methods are also useful for understanding complex problems or issues. For example, if you were to say something like, by dividing cancer into more than 100 different types, medical professionals are better able to analyze the disease, and by looking at different groups suffering from poverty, example, the elderly, the sick, and those who are unable to find work, we are better able to combat the crisis. So that's one way that you can use classification and division to kind of sort out your ideas and even make a claim. Sometimes you can make your thesis or your claim through dividing and classifying. Here's an example. The English-speaking world may be divided into 1. Those who neither know nor care what a split infinitive is. 2. Those who do not know but care very much. 3. Those who do know and condemn. 4. Those who know and approve. 5. Those who know and distinguish. That's an example of classification division in a really short sentence. When you're writing or trying to identify classification division, here's some nouns that are useful. Basis or bases, breeds, categories, characteristics, classes, criterion or criteria, divisions, families, features, groups, kinds, members, orders, sorts, species, subcategories, subclasses, subdivisions, subgroups, suborders, or types. When you see those, that should clue you in. This writer, author, or speaker is classifying or dividing. Here's some nouns. Arrange, categorize, classify, differentiate between or differentiate among, distinguish between or distinguish among, divide into, fall into, group, place in, put into, subdivide. So those are some verb or verbal phrases that would clue you in to classification and division.